Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we are watching the Intel Arc event where Intel is showcasing their Arc GPUs. If you didn't know, Intel has been quietly working on their own dedicated GPUs for gaming laptops and PCs. Now what they will start today is apparently the GPUs for their laptops because, old tricky Intel was saying that, yes, of course, our Arc GPUs will release by the first quarter of 2022. And now it is the end of the first quarter. And they were like, yeah, but for laptops, we have never said it will be for PCs. You get the idea. But let's be real here. If you are a gamer and you are trying to get a new GPU, which is actually good, at an okayish price, you were effed. For the last 2 to 3 years, you were basically effed quite a bit. And I'm lucky. I'm running an NVIDIA GeForce 2080 Super, so I'm still good. But I know tons of people who are still running around with 970s and 1070s and whatnot. Like, they are desperately looking for an upgrade, but they are not ready to pay that much money for it. And I can totally understand that. Like, GPU prices have been going up in the last few years, more and more and more, even without all the issues we had. And then it just came to the point where you were paying like $1,000 for a 3080 if you find one. And now, of course, Intel will probably not alleviate those issues. Knowing Intel, I wouldn't be surprised if they have like similar price points to their GPUs. But I'm actually hoping that if they're coming out and they're good, that this might change a few things. Because let's be real here. Yes, the price tag we see on our GPUs nowadays, if it is AMD or NVIDIA, is through scalpers. Inflation, of course, is a big part of this. And also, of course, the problems they have with the chipsets and that they cannot produce those chips quickly enough. But, and that is also a reality, NVIDIA and AMD have quietly increased the price tag on those GPUs. The same goes for MSI, EVGH, and all the other ones out there. They have definitely taken a bigger cut because everyone was like, well, the consumer cannot really see where the money is going to and who's taking that, so we can just increase it a little bit, right? Right. And I'm hoping that when we are having another competitor in the market, instead of just two, that the prices will go down a little bit. Right, like especially NVIDIA has been notorious for screwing over like some buyers here. Let me also, yeah, exactly that. Let me deactivate the sound here. I don't even know why that sound is coming up. Shouldn't be, so it isn't in the way. But yeah, we will watch this event together and live. If you want to join us, you can find us on trovo.live/ChaosMole, and I'm streaming live with my community, so stop by to say hi. Yes, but yeah, it has been a long time since we had 3 players in the GPU market. The last one was what, 3DFX, Voodoo. I think that was what, 20 years ago, 30 years ago nearly. It has been a while. And like no matter what the outcome is, I think it can only help. Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited for this. Keep in mind though, it seems like today will be a big focus on. Oh, here we go. Will be a big focus on the laptop market. So, okay, just saying, this is a YouTube thing, but YouTube, what is this countdown? What am I looking at here? Is that 27? I think this is 27. Like, you cannot even read those numbers. What is that? That is a weird countdown. And yes, this is a premiere on YouTube, so it's a YouTube countdown, you know. It's not Intel. It's not their fault. YouTube has some weird countdowns nowadays. It's barely readable. All right, let's see what they got. It's a laptop. I mean, especially the laptop market has high margins and a lot of the GPU creators, Nvidia and AMD, started to focus more and more on the laptop market because the margins are so much better on there. Like, so much better. This is why there have been rumors that Nvidia and AMD has shifted actually also production from the PC market away to laptops, because the win margins are just so much better. Which, again, means more problems for the PC user who want a GPU. Hi, Roger. You were quiet instead of the music.
And our commitment to delivering high-performance graphics hardware, software, and services to gamers and creators around the world. Now, ARC is about applying a platform approach to visual computing. For decades, we've delivered generation after generation of CPUs that provide computing horsepower for billions of people around the world. We developed the original USB 1.0 in 1996. We drove industry adoption of Wi-Fi and wireless
Thunderbolt, yay!
And we introduced the Thunderbolt interface over a decade ago. In partnership with the PC ecosystem, we developed the groundbreaking PCI architecture, a standard that remains central to our systems and device chipsets more than 25 years later. We built a foundation and power.
Well, that's all good and all,
that ships in the majority
but your GPUs, especially on the CPUs, have not been so great. So,
Evo, our focus has always been platform-level innovation.
you know.
And now we've arrived at the next big milestone, completing the Intel platform with discrete graphics.
Okay, this is for laptops. Again, which was to be expected today. Also, man, their music is not... Also, hashtag DMCA claim. Okay, that didn't... And now he's super quiet again, I assume.
Today,
yeah.
We are officially launching our Intel Arc Graphics
Awkward.
These are the first discrete GPUs to launch from our Arc A-series products for laptops, desktops, and workstations this year. Now, we've built a strong foundation in integrated graphics. Since 2019, we've focused on graphics, quadrupling game performance in these platforms.
Which was pretty shit.
Laptops marks the next big step in our journey, doubling performance again within similar thin and light form factors. The first Arc 3 laptops are available now, followed by the more powerful Arc 5 and Arc 7 products this summer.
Okay.
All Arc graphics platforms will include a common architecture and advanced
so they are doing
including DirectX 12 Ultimate and hardware accelerated AI
something Intel AMD CPU related.
Intel Arc 3 products offer enhanced 1080p
with 357
industry-leading content creation in many of the same thin and light form factors our customers love. Arc 5 and 7 products offer the same advanced content creation.
I love enhanced gaming, advanced gaming, high-performance
All
gaming.
Arc products start with our new XE high-performance graphics microarchitecture, or XE HPG for short, which was engineered from the ground up for gamers and creators. Now, we've packed a ton of great technology into XE HPG, including powerful XE cores with integrated AI engines that we call XMX for accelerating AI workloads, like our upcoming XESS.
Totally not in a partnership of Xbox.
And a new media engine that's tuned to accelerate existing and future creator workloads. Every ARC GPU offers full support for DirectX 12 Ultimate, including hardware-accelerated ray tracing. And ARC, in conjunction with the 12th gen Intel Core processors, will be direct storage capable. Now, we've partnered with game studios around the world to ensure the next-gen game titles are optimized for the
I'm not sure I would put Total War Warhammer 3 on there.
Games like Elden Ring from Bandai Namco and Ghostwire Tokyo from
Like, I wouldn't put that on there.
And many, many more.
As an Intel user, you got screwed over by that game. Like, there was literally the newest Intel CPUs who cannot or couldn't play that game on release. Even though they had a partnership with Intel. It was a mess.
Now let's look at the performance of the A370M. These laptops will deliver over 60 frames per second at 1080p on a range of popular titles. Also, for popular esports titles where high refresh rates are often demanded, you can see that Intel Arc 3 delivers over 90 frames per second, enabling competitive gaming on the go with some of the most portable designs in the industry.
Well, this is the lowest one.
All running on Arc 3 graphics. We're working with an ever-expanding list of game developers to ensure the most popular titles deliver the best possible experience on Arc 3 graphics. And coming this summer, Arc 5 and Arc 7 based laptops will be packed with even more.
Yeah, those are the interesting ones.
More fixed function ray tracing acceleration, more GDDR6, and ultimately more performance.
They're going beyond 8
They will also ship with a new technology designed to deliver more efficient performance, which we call XE super sampling, known as XESS. Most gaming laptops today have 1080p displays, but there's an increasing demand for higher refresh rates and higher resolutions within the same power constraints.
I mean, even if you were still just 1080p, super sampling can help.
Leveraging the power of ARC's XMX AI engines to deliver high-performance AI-accelerated upscaling. Here's a preview of XESS running on an Arc 7 graphics platform. This is Dolmen, a soon-to-be-released science fiction and horror role-playing game. On the left is native gameplay rendered at 1080p, while on the right is XESS enhanced gameplay upscaled to 4K.
That's neat.
As we zoom in, focus on the shield and the wall.
Unfortunately,
notice the additional clarity and detail that can be seen with Intel XESS on the right.
This is streamed in, I think, full HD. Yeah, this is streamed in full HD.
With Intel XESS, you get better gameplay at higher resolutions.
I mean, sure.
XESS is coming this summer and will be supported on all Arc A-series products. At launch, XESS will be enabled in more than 20 games, including the titles we have listed here. We'll continue working with top game studios this year to grow adoption of this powerful,
I'm curious how it will look like in Hitman. Especially Hitman doesn't have DLSS or
can help gamers get more from their system.
FSR.
But it doesn't stop with gaming. Artificial intelligence is transforming how we work, learn, game, and create. From removing background distractions in video calls to speeding up content creation workflows to making virtual worlds more lifelike and engaging. We built Intel Arc
Adobe
AI acceleration engines to power AI workloads now and in the future. Our AI engines have 16 times the compute for AI inferencing operations when compared to traditional GPU vector units, which can enable performance boosts in many productivity, gaming, and creator applications.
I wonder if this is still interesting for anything laptop related.
Personal videos we've captured from years back using older equipment. Imagine if you could improve the quality of these lower resolution videos so they look great on today's 4K displays. Topaz Labs Video Enhance AI is an application that leverages the power of our XMX AI engine to help you do that. On the left is a grainy old family video, and on the right is the same video but scaled up to 4K. You can see the AI denoiser and scaling engine brings this old family memory back to life. Let's see how the power of AI works on some other scenes. In this historical clip, you can see the clarity and detail that's been added to the rocket and structure compared to the original. And finally, even on more recent videos with lower resolution, video-enhanced AI can improve the sharpness and detail of the scene while scaling up the original video. Our XMX engines seamlessly accelerate this compute-intensive AI process to give you amazing results in half the time. With the power of XMX, this upscaling is more than twice as
the A370M seems to be like the lowest entry model.
Along with AI, we built into our ARC products an advanced multimedia processing engine. Video creation, collaboration, and streaming have exploded in recent years, impacting nearly all of our lives. And the landscape is rapidly changing.
I mean,
to provide some perspective on where the industry is headed, we invited Matt Frost, chairman of the Alliance for Open Media, to share his unique point of view.
Sure, happy to. As you said, I'm Matt Frost. I'm a director of product management at Google, helping lead the team that develops open media technology like the AV1 video codec. I'm also the chairman of the board of the Alliance for Open Media. With AOM,
for everyone joining us, this is the Intel ARC presentation.
Online video services, devices, chips.
ARC is the dedicated GPUs, aka graphic cards, for gamers.
Apple, Netflix, Samsung, Amazon, Cisco, Tencent, Alibaba, and they got together with the goal of developing royalty-free open source media technologies for the internet. And the first technology we produced was a video codec called AV1. AV1 is a next generation video codec that provides significant improvement over previous generation technology.
It's kind of questionable when you have like the biggest
the same quality using 20 to 30%
media conglomerates
or even higher
coming together to make open source software.
And when you compare with technologies like HT264, we can offer 50 to 60% gains over those technologies. What that means is that you can store the video in a smaller file or store higher resolution video using the same size file, and you can stream the video using fewer bits, so with a more efficient stream.
The AV1 codec will be a game changer for the future of video encoding and streaming. ARC supports acceleration for the broadest set of video codecs and standards, and ARC GPUs are the first in the industry to support hardware-accelerated AV1 decoding and encoding.
If it is good,
support for AV1 encoding and ARC graphics provides a 50x improvement in encoding speed versus traditional software implementations. We're working with industry partners to ensure that Intel Arc AV1 support is available today in many of the most popular media applications, with broad adoption expected this year.
I wonder if OBS is also coming with this and how much more performance it gives you for streamers.
This is an example of AV1 game streaming using XSplit Gamecaster versus traditional H.264 game streaming. This game is called Elden Ring, and both streams have been
because gamers have never heard about this.
5 megabits per second. As we pause, you can see how much more clarity there is in the AV1 stream. Look at the rock wall on the right and the bush in the foreground. You see more detail in each of those areas.
I mean, a lot of people are using, like right now, I'm using the NVIDIA codec.
Pausing again, look at the details here in the background. The trees, the rock wall, the floor. I think it's safe to say that everything...
Your hair is especially tall today. Well, thank you, I need a haircut.
Look here at the blades of grass, and you can see on the right-hand side that AV1 looks sharper with less artifacts. Intel Arc is the world's first GPU to offer AV1 hardware-accelerated encode, delivering smoother...
And that's only 5K bitrate.
...while consuming the same internet bandwidth. While Arc
that's pretty neat.
Delivers impressive 3D, AI, and media capabilities for laptops, all elements of the mobile platform should work well together to deliver the best experience. This is why we developed Intel Deep Link, a collection of technologies supported by every ARC-based mobile platform. With Deep Link, ARC GPUs work seamlessly with Intel CPUs and our integrated graphics to boost performance for gaming, creating, and streaming.
I mean, it's something AMD is doing as well now.
Intelligently distributing power across the platform to increase application performance up to 30% on creation and compute-intensive applications.
If you have an AMD CPU and an AMD GPU, they're offering something similar, which was to be expected.
We saw an additional 24% performance improvement when we leverage all available AI engines in the system. And through Deep Link's hyper encode capability, media engines from across the platform work together to speed up video encoding workloads by up to 60% compared to the performance of just a single GPU. Deep Link maximizes platform performance through software. And we've
keep in mind they are mentioning laptops here a lot, but this will also work for the dedicated GPUs for PCs. Okay, this seems to be their drivers.
You in full control of the Arc experience. Arc Control includes custom performance profiles, built-in streaming, a virtual camera.
I like the interface.
Game on driver downloading, automatic.
The NVIDIA interface is ass.
It also supports both Intel Iris and Intel Arc GPUs for a unified software experience.
AMD is also great. AMD has an amazing interface for their drivers. It's really good.
Intel Evo, with our latest 12th gen Intel Core processors, enable you to get the most out of thin and light machines with Wi-Fi 6, remarkable responsiveness, and battery life.
It's rubbish. The NVIDIA is, sorry, even as somebody who is using NVIDIA cards and all that, it's rubbish.
The first Arc design you can buy is available for pre-order today. The Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro, equipped with Arc 3 graphics. This super thin Evo device comes equipped with a
it's just Arc 3. I'm curious to see what the Arc 5 and Arc 7 can do.
We've partnered with top manufacturers to co-engineer an amazing lineup of designs across the entire Arc A-series family, including several right here in the studio. From thin and light premium laptops to high-performance gaming and content creation machines.
Nice fake laptops.
To get Arc laptops into the hands of the community. We know how much the community experience matters. Arc is more than just another piece of hardware in your PC. It's your portal to play and create. Working with our developer partners, a growing portfolio of Intel-optimized games and multimedia applications will be available to Arc customers through special launch bundles. Our Arc community will have a steady stream of contests and promotions, such as monthly loot drops and play-to-win events. Our goal is to deliver something new and fun to the community every day of the year. Connect with us and join the conversation on our Insiders Discord. We covered a lot in a short amount of time, and there is a lot more to share. Please go to Intel.com to learn all of the details. Arc Graphics fuses a full DirectX 12 Ultimate gaming experience.
I'm very curious to see how the drivers also function with games, especially games which have been out there.
And software to unleash the full laptop platform. And the first Arc 3 laptops are now available for order, while the Arc 5 and the Arc 7 products will be available this summer, along with more platform technologies like XeSS and our upcoming Arc-based desktops and add-in cards.
Yeah, I'm curious to those things.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think I can speak for a lot of us here at Intel when I say it's been an incredibly exciting journey.
Like, they showed a lot of technology which will be available also for the GPUs on the desktop.
It's going to be a big year for Arc Graphics. Before I go, I want to share one more thing with you.
Oh my. The one more thing. I assume this is the, They took a cue out of the Xbox playbook. This is the, desktop GPUs. This is a cooler. Nice music. Nice design. Nice design. Cool. Notice the disclaimers. All right. Do a lot of people game on laptops? Yes. Yes. They do. especially family members or people with kids and all that, they want something where they can just store away their gaming passion, right? So yeah, gaming laptops definitely. This is also why Nvidia and AMD in the last few years have shifted quite a bit when it comes to production away from desktop GPUs to gaming laptops, because also the win margin on laptops is so much higher. We're talking about like 30% increase on win margins when it comes to laptops for gaming. Like, especially for AMD and Nvidia, they have shifted quite a bit to provide good laptop GPUs, which is a problem for Intel, because Intel was always the king when it comes to laptop gaming, right? Because their GPUs was always integrated into CPUs. It was okay for most people playing on the platform, and it wasn't really worth to invest into an extra AMD or Nvidia GPU because it would just hijack the price, right? And for years, AMD and Nvidia have tried to change that. They focused more and more to be actually competitive to Intel. So Intel has lost a lot of market share. They have lost tons of market share, especially to AMD when it comes to laptops. So much so that this was probably one of the reasons why they started Intel Arc, because they needed something more dedicated. But yeah, the Intel Arc 3, don't care too much for it. I'm more curious to see what the Intel Arc 5 and 7 is doing. And then, of course, the dedicated GPUs. Let's be real here. Let's say the dedicated GPUs can do as much good as an AMD or Nvidia. Then it really comes just down to, can I buy it? And how much does it cost? If Intel should really make a splash here and sell them cheaper and also widely available, this could devastate Nvidia and AMD. I mean, we saw today, Nvidia released their 3090 Ti today, which is laughable in increase, takes much more power, and costs so much money. Not even calculating scalpers and all that. And you sometimes ask yourself, who's buying this? This is a paper launch. It's literally just to be in the press, and Nvidia can say, look, we have a new GPU nobody will ever buy, but hey, we have it, right? And that's what Nvidia and AMD came down to a little bit of this. Look at our new GPU. If you find it for the right amount of money, good luck. We don't care. So, yeah. But with that said, folks, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my commentary and my thoughts, I would appreciate if you leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more reaction videos of gaming events, hardware events, and other announcements, daily gaming news, tips and tricks for new games, then I would appreciate if you might leave a sub. And also, if you ever want to join us live, you can do so from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 AM ET, which is 2 PM UK time and 3 PM Central European time, over at trovo.live/ChaosMole. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I hope I see you next time. Bye-bye.